Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Ink and Whimsy. I'm Laura Daniels, and I always love it when we get to spend a little bit of time together. Today, we're going to have some fun because I'm going to be doing a scrapbook page share from the month of April. I'm going to share and highlight the different pages and the supplies that I use and just tell you a little bit about them. And at the end of the video, I have a bonus for you because I'm going to show you where I store my photos and how, when I open up a kit for the first time, what my process is in choosing the photos for the kit. So I hope that you enjoy the bonus tip that I'm giving at the end of the video. So right now, let's get started looking at these photos. This first one is when I went on a Mediterranean cruise with family, and Mom and I got lost in the city of Valletta. And we did not tell my sister about it until we were safely back in port in our suite in the balcony overlooking the port, drinking a glass of wine, because it got a little stressful, but we had so much fun. I want to show you the two supplies I used in making this. This is called Fields in Bloom by Stampin' Up, and I stamped this, and I did some strip foam tape, and then I made the journal card to go in. And then these circles right here were created with the Stampin' Up Spotlight on Nature dies. And what I like about them is you can see how it is cut out along the edges with the real pretty, they're different. Some of them have dots, some of them have dashes. These have like little leaves almost. And then I used this floral stamp set to get these florals right here. Nope, I don't think this is it. Hold on a second. This is an 8.5 by 11 size sheet, and I had started a storybook for pages that I only had maybe one photo, but there was a story I wanted to tell about the photo. So this is a really neat story. I hope that you will go back and watch the video just to hear the fun that Mom and I had. Well, it wasn't fun at the time, but it was a fun story to tell. All right, so the next one is the story of the rose gelato, and this is along our same cruise, and Mom was on the search for this particular rose gelato shop, but we did not know the name of it. All we knew was that it was in Valletta. So we were searching around, and my brother Billy found it. So here's the story, and I had fun with these ice cream cones. It's called the ice cream cone, the ice cream swirl by Stampin' Up, and I did some coloring on it, and I highlight that in the video, as well as coloring these florals and how I did that. So this was a fun double page layout, and it's using the Unbounded Beauty DSP suite from Stampin' Up. And just look at that pretty lady. That's my mama. All right, now this one right here is using the Woodland Explorer kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. It's a monthly kit club, and this one had some very earthy tones in it. And when I had gone to the park with our daughter Lauren and her dog Ava, the colors just went so beautifully together. And the story is just all about this dog, Ava. She is like the happiest dog, I think, on planet Earth. So I had fun putting this scrapbook page together. I love the frames that came in the kit, and I really love how I did the torn paper coming up the middle here. So these came out very nice. I love these two pages. Now, all of these videos are linked in my playlist, either for Not Just for Boys Kit Club, or for double page scrapbook layouts, or for the storybook single page scrapbook layouts. This also came from the Not Just for Boys Scrap Kit Club. And here I focused on the ephemera that was received in the kit that was all about Winnie the Pooh. My daughter, as you can see, loved Winnie the Pooh, and I still had the Winnie the Pooh doll. So what I wanted to do was capture on this double page layout Lauren as a baby and a toddler, and then her still loving Pooh Bear today. So I had gone up to visit her. I said, Lauren Ashley, I said, I got to take your picture. Look what I have. And I showed her Pooh Bear. So we got the picture. So I'd like to show just the travel in time. And she's still my baby. And I put the Winnie the Pooh song. And one of the things I like that I did on this layout is that I have some of the Winnie the Pooh characters you can see over here, either on top of the frame or coming through the frame. So I tried to um, invite some visual intrigue in my scrapbook layout. This right here is from the Hip Kit Club, and it is the kit called Summer is Here. I don't have the big 12 by 12 page. They weren't including that in all of them at the time, that it shows all the different pieces of cardstock in it. Oh my gosh, this was such a pretty kit though. And my husband and I, Jerry, this double page spread is about jet skis and street tacos and our week down in Pensacola, Florida, and a bad hair day. But we did not care. We were having so much fun. We were just enjoying life. We had a great time. Now, this right here is a Stampin' Up. It's an old set. Let me find that real quick because I know I have it. I'm going to have to pause the video. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the Stampin' Up stamp set. It's old. It's not even available anymore. But if you have any stamps that just has the back of a woman and she's overlooking the ocean, it would look perfect on a scene like this. And in the actual scrapbook video, I share with you some of my coloring tips for this. I had a lot of fun creating my clusters, and you can see here it's kind of going up like this. And this was one full 8.5 by 11 cutout that you received in this kit. So I cut it in half because I wanted to draw the two pages together. And then here, you don't always need to color in your stamps, right? This is just this color blue. This might be balmy blue, and I stamped it and cut it out. And the stamp set I used with that one was an old Close to My Heart stamp set. If any of you remember that company, they closed their doors last year, but you can see, you know, you want to shop your stash and use what you have. And here is a continuation of our bad hair day, and I love this little cluster down here and all the dimension in it. And then I put the title and then the journaling. So it's called A Cool Summer Adventure. All right, let's see what the next one is. Oh, this is about me and Mumsy. We went to visit my sister Lorraine in Washington State, and Mom and I, because Lorraine had to go to work, we took a day and we went to Stillicombe, Washington. It is a quaint, beautiful little town by the water, and we always find a little coffee shop, and then we are going to explore the town. Now, Mom had already been there. I had never seen it. So we had such a great time, and I just wanted to capture the day because I love this photo of Mom. I also had some other photos that I couldn't fit them all on. So I did this right here where I created my own flip flap. And this is just a piece of cardstock that's underneath this photo and between these two. That's how those come together. And then we have this coffee set stamp right here, and it's a Stampin' Up Latte Love. And I don't think this one's available anymore either, but boy, when it had something to do with coffee, I just had to grab it. So this is a real pretty page and how this came together. And this was that same kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. So you can see just from the different 12 by 12 scrapbook pages that I've shared with you already, that there is a lot of variety in one kit because Meredy does such a phenomenal job pulling in cardstock from all these different companies, 49 Market, Echo Park, Simple Stories. And then she just brings the colors together, and other people are using the same kit for totally different layouts. And here I wanted to document the story of our kids, Dwayne and Lauren, when they were little and they loved to read. And my title is Still the Best of Friends. And I even had some of their old little, oh my gosh, can't think of this. What are these called? Golden books. Oh my word. The golden books. So I grabbed some, I laid them out, and I took a photo because in some of the ephemera packets, there were these little pieces here that made me think of storybooks and primers, and we were just learning how to spell and to read. So I love how these pages came together. I did a little bit of smushing here, and here I added a black and white piece of ephemera with all the color, and it worked out beautifully. And this was a piece of ephemera here, imagination. So I thought it all went in beautifully. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces. This is the actual white background. So again, I want to show you real quick everything that was in just the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. And this was the April one called Woodland Explorer. And look at all the different style layouts that I got from this one kit. Here we go. Bouncy Ava. Aren't those neat? And then, of course, we have this Stampin' Up! Layout, Rose Gelato with Mom, Us Getting Lost in the City of Valletta, and then our Cool Summer Adventure, Jerry and I, when we went down to Pensacola. All right, now don't go anywhere because I'm going to move these aside and I'm going to show you how I break into a new kit and where I go to get the photos I'm going to use when I'm putting the kits together. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so this is what happens when I get a kit. So this kit is called Open Skies. It's from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and it is the June kit. So I wanted to show you, when I get the box in the mail, I put it on the floor, right? And I start opening it all up, and I have to sort things. My mind works better when things are sorted out. So I take the different ephemera packs, and this is the one called Camp Wanderer, and I will open it up, enjoy the process of looking at them all, right? And I will put them in one of these glass containers that I got from Amazon. And then here, this is a group of title pieces. And this is, see, this is 49 in Market. This right here is Fancy Pants Design. So she brings in a lot of different products from different companies. So I have these two right here. And then this set, we also got these, so they look like patches that you would put on a jacket or something. So you can order those separately, or they came in a kit. I can't remember. All right, and this is Echo Park Frames and Tags. And I always keep this so that I can look at it if I'm trying to find, without having to dig through each one of these trays, but I know what's in the tray and it's already available for me to take out. All right, I hope that makes sense. So I keep this so I can look at them all at one sitting. All right, and then this is the Wonderlust. And the reason I don't have the big piece of cardstock is because usually the inside has these cutouts that you can cut out. So I literally cut it all apart. This has frames. So this right here gives me a good idea of what's in the kit. And then I keep the sticker sheet. I have this larger sticker sheet. And then what I do, friends, is I lay out all of the cardstock and I kind of fan it out, okay? So that visually I have a real good idea of what's in this scrapbook kit. Now let me tell you one thing I do prior to this. These are all my favorite sides of it. So if you flip these over, there's still all this. So what I would suggest you do, because there's always the A and the B side, is to go through the scrapbook kit, choose your favorites and lay them out, because those are the ones you want to work with, right? Why keep flipping back and forth? So here are the colors that I'm excited to work with. And then the next thing I do is I bring in my box of photos, and here they are. End of every month, I go through all my photos and I pick 20 or 30 that I want to have printed up at Walmart. And then I drive up there, pick them up. They're already printed. I print them all up at 4x6, but then I will cut them down to how I want them to fit on my page. And if it turns out I want to have a smaller 3x4, then those are the photos I will print on my home printer. But for the majority of them like this, and these go way back when I cleaned out photo albums and boxes of photos. The majority of them are like this right here. So let me show you what I do next. Like, I divide them all. Now these envelopes I buy from Amazon. Merity showed me this, and it's such a brilliant idea. So I have each of these with a particular event or season or time frame in mind. So you can see, just looking at these right here, this is winter, this is when we were overseas, this is when we were going on our cruise. So if I were to scrapbook a page, this is the focus of when we were on the cruise ship. If I was going to scrapbook this page, this has to do with my husband and I taking a train ride. So I have all this on the floor in front of me. I've already opened up all my ephemera packs. I've sorted them. I've made sure that the key card is in the case where that particular ephemera is, so I can look at it easily. And then I will look through these photos. It takes maybe 5 minutes, and I'll just look them up, open them up, and I go, oh my gosh, that would look perfect. So now, as I'm sitting on the floor going through these, I will pick out photos that I want to scrapbook, and I'm going, oh my gosh, there's another perfect one. And let me show you in just a second what I've chosen to have these go with. I got to find the other one. Here it is. I was trying to mimic the process. All right, so there's my box of photos. Now, look at the photo sets that I've chosen to go with this scrapbook set. Look at the chair here, and look at this. Right away, I remembered this photo set. And when I saw it, I went, oh gosh, that's going to be so fun. And we were in Athens, Greece. Who would have thought someone would think of Athens, Greece with this? But it's not where you're at, it's the photos you took there and the colors in the photos. This one right here, gosh, I forget where we were, but we were in one of the coasts of Italy, and we had gone out for pizza. Look how the colors just look beautifully with that. So I'm going to scrapbook that one. And then this one, this is my son when he was just a little guy, probably 5 or 6, and he was in the, what did they call it, Little League or something, playing baseball. Look how the colors work. So that's my process. Sit down, enjoy looking through it and sorting everything. Pick out your favorite pieces of cardstock and then look through your photos. I highly do recommend, though, every month cleaning out your photos from your phone, printing up your favorites, and then putting them in these packages, because this, for me, saves so much time, because then I can just flip through these.